You can start either on your seat or lying down. Close your eyes. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And if you want to put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, someplace that's nurturing, feel free to do that. And let's just start to come into our breath. So take a full inhale, feel the heart and lungs fill up and lift. Pause and take a nice slow exhale out. Pulling in the navel closer to the spine to really deplete the whole body of that breath. And then we just keep cycling through that, inhaling deeply, exhaling fully. And whether you can anchor into the sounds around you, or if those are bothering you, keep anchoring back into your breath. We're just looking to ground and get still for these first few opening moments. Keep coming back to your breath, taking a full inhale and a full exhale. Take one more full inhale, again, really filling up, feeling the body settle as it just focuses on your inhale and exhale. One more full breath in, one more full breath out. We just use this grounding breath to open up, to settle in to what we're about to do. And again, whether that's the flow portion where we're going to move and create a little heat, or maybe if you're waiting for the restorative potion, yeah, that's good. The restorative portion where the magic happens. See, I was on the right path. Take one more full breath in and one more slow breath out. If you're seated, start to lie down. If you're already lying down, take a full breath in, lifting your arms up overhead. Take a full body stretch in. Move the hands at the wrist joints, circle the feet at the ankle joints, and just bring some movement into your body. Take another full breath in, reaching even longer, and then exhale, bring the arms down by your sides. Bend your knees, planting your feet firmly on the ground. And then with a breath, cross your right ankle over your left knee. Flex the foot. And then with your next breath, start to lift that left foot up off the ground, drawing the leg unit in closer to your heart. And you can interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. So take another full breath in and a full breath out as you breathe into this hip stretch, creating some space and some opening. Good morning, Pat, if I didn't say that already. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. See if you can release your shoulders. But continue to flex that right foot to protect your knee. Taking another full breath in and a slow breath out. And then keeping the leg unit just as it is, release the hands and let the right foot go down to the ground. So you're twisting over to the left, Draw your right shoulder back onto the ground, and your arm can be extended, palm up or down. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then using your core, bring that leg unit back up, release the right foot. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Again, your knees are tented, legs are bent. With your next breath, inhale, cross the left ankle over the right knee. Again, keeping the left foot flexed. Full breath in as you lift up the right foot, bringing the leg unit closer. You can interlace your hands behind the right thigh. Breathe into the shoulder space if it's tight. Take one more full breath in and another full breath out as you settle into this hip opener on the left side. And just be patient. One more breath in. One more breath out. And then again, keeping the leg unit exactly the way it is, simply release your hands, keeping that left foot flexed. Let the whole leg unit twist over toward the right, so the sole of the left foot is planted on the ground. And then stretch out that left arm, looking over the left shoulder, finding a nice twist here. Take one more breath in and one more breath out. And then with your next inhale, using your core, bring that leg unit back up. This time, hug your knees into your chest and roll a little bit right to left. So you can just kind of massage your low back against your mat on the floor. One more breath in, one more breath out with each movement, and then settle back in. Pausing, giving yourself a great big squeeze and recognizing that this is going to be a beautiful day. We can make it that way through our choices, through how we respond to situations versus reacting. And these morning yoga classes are just so nice to change your perspective and maybe give you those tools so that you can take a full breath in and think to respond versus just react. So let's focus on the beauty of today and the beauty of that choice. One more breath in, give yourself one last squeeze. Now turn yourselves around, let's come up into tabletop. So tabletop is exactly what it sounds like. You're going to plant your hands directly under your shoulders. Your knees will be directly under your hips. Press down through the tops of your feet. Take a full breath in, releasing the belly. Opening up across the heart. And then exhale, round the spine. Tuck the tailbone. Let the head release down in between your arms. So you're literally making these cows and cat motions. You're just finding some movement in your spine. Breathing as a way to make it move. So couple the movement with the breath, taking a full breath in again, release the belly. Exhale, round. And as you're moving through these cows and cats, perhaps they'll take on a life of their own, and organically you'll start to move from side to side. So as you bring a C curve into your body, looking down the right side to the right foot, stretching out the left ribs, and then coming back through center, stretching through the right ribs as you look down the side of your body toward the left foot. Take your time, breathe deep, full breath in, full breath out. Then settle back into your tabletop, pulling in and up through the low belly. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Let's come into our first down dog of the day. Paddle out your feet. Keep your hips reaching toward the ceiling. Keep pressing the thigh bones to the back wall. Take a full breath in as you lift up onto your toes. Look forward, walk your feet up right between your hands. Take a full breath in for a halfway lift, and then exhale, forward fold. Take another breath in for a halfway lift. Really feel your heart move forward. The crown of your head goes to the front of the room. Exhale, release, forward fold. This time, take a full breath in, sweep the arms up, maybe look up. Keep pulling into the low belly. Bring your hands right to your heart space and pause. Press the right hand into the left. Really feel the shoulders draw back. Take a full breath in as you reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold right over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Toe heel your feet apart. Let each hand come to an opposite elbow. And then from this forward fold with your legs spread apart, you can sway right to left in this ragdoll. Take a full breath in and a full breath out, releasing more tension in the low back, letting the head just release down so there's no tension in your neck. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. And then let your hands come back down to the earth. Toe heel your feet back in underneath your hip points. Full breath in for that halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Bring your hands right back to your heart space and pause. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. With your next breath, stretch your hands up and then exhale. Sit your hips back. Let's come into chair. And if your shoulders are a little tight this morning and you want to bring your hands back to your heart space, you're welcome to do that. Always tune into your body through your breath. Pay attention to what you're feeling. Find that place where you can pause to keep your breath moving deeply throughout your body. Take another full breath in and a full breath out in this chair. And then with your next breath, straighten the legs, reach the hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold and pause. Take your left foot to the back edge of the mat. The right foot stays right at the top. You might want to walk the foot over a little bit more toward the right so your legs or your feet are in two separate lanes like railroad tracks. Keeping that left knee stacked right over the ankle and staying high on your left toes. Take a full breath in as you sweep up into crescent. Reaching up, stretching up, and again, if this is too tight in your shoulders, bring your hands to your heart space. And then focus on breathing into this crescent right where you are. That left leg is strong. You're pressing the back of the leg to the back of the room, but you're staying deeply bent in that right knee, maybe almost to a 90 degree angle. Pull in through the low belly and draw back so you stack your shoulders over your hips. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then with your next inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, bring them down. Plant them right around that right foot. Keeping the right or the left hand down, sweep the right hand open, taking a nice twist. And if you felt like your hips shifted during this, realign them, keep pressing back through that left thigh. Take a full breath in and then bring that hand down and bring the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep up to stand. Exhale, sit your hips back to chair. Hands can come right to your heart space. Tuck your tailbone, pulling into the low belly to protect your low back. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then inhale, stretch back up, straightening the legs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold again, keeping your hands down. Take your right foot to the back edge of the mat in that separate lane. And then with your next inhale, rise strong, rise high for crescent on the left. Again, the left knee stays stacked right over the ankle. You're pressing the right thigh to the back of the room. Stay high on the right toes. Take a full breath in and a full breath out as you come back to your core, pulling in through the low belly. Finding a way to lift to stack your shoulders over your hips, whether your hands are extended or at your heart. Breathe into this strong pose. One more breath in, one more breath out. And then reach just a little bit higher. Exhale, frame that left foot with your hands, keeping the right hand down. Sweep the left hand open. Big breath in, big breath out. Level out your hips. If you felt that right hip start to dip, press through the right thigh so you could straighten out your hips. Take one more breath in and then exhale. Bring that hand down. Take the left foot back to meet the right. Pause in your plank. Take a full breath in your plank. Take your knees down if you need to, and then we're going to lower all the way. So keep your elbows close to your side bodies. Take yourself down to the mat. Inhale for a little cobra. It's just a small lift. Shoulders draw back. Don't press up. Use your upper back to lift you. Exhale, release. Take two more of those cobras. Feel like the crown of your head is moving forward as your upper back lifts you, and you exhale to lower. One more cobra. And then when you lower this time, tuck your toes and either push back up through your knees or full plank. We're going right back to downward facing dog. Take a full breath in your down dog and a full breath out. Inhale the right leg straight out behind you. Exhale as you draw that foot forward, planted by the right thumb. Again, feet in two separate lanes. Take a nice deep breath in as you sweep up for crescent. On your exhale, take the left arm forward and the right arm back, and you twist open toward the right. Follow the breath, bring both hands back up to frame the head, and then swivel that back foot down and come on into your warrior two. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Release your shoulders. Stay active through your fingertips. Maybe lift that left arm just a bit so it stays level with the right. Flip open that right hand. Take a full breath in as you reach back. Now as you're reaching back, stay bent in that right knee. Don't come out of that bent knee. Exhale, come back to your warrior two. Straighten that right leg. Turn the toes toward the side. Now you're in a wide-legged forward fold as you exhale and forward fold right over those legs. Again, letting the head release. Maybe your hands reach for opposite elbow or opposite ankles. Or you can walk your hands back toward the wall behind you or stretch out for a wide-legged dog. Your choice. How does your body feel this morning? What does it need? Take one more breath in, one more breath out. Start to bring your hands to your hips, lift up. Legs are still wide apart, but you're nice and tall. Open up your arms so they're cactus, like goalpost arms. And then we're going to come into goddess. So from here, turn the toes out just a bit, bend the knees out over the toes and release down. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Great inner thigh stretch for the morning. And then with your next breath, straighten the legs, lift the arms up. Exhale, draw the elbows down, bend the knees out over the toes. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale again, stretch up. Exhale, come back into goddess. This is a powerful pose. Take one more breath in, one more breath out. Inhale, reach the hands up. And then this time, open up the arms, turn the right toes back toward the front of the mat, rebend that knee, come on back into your warrior two. Flip the right hand, sweep it up. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame the foot. Come to the left toes, bring that foot forward. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, forward fold. And then with a big breath in, sweep up to stand. Exhale, bring your hands right to your heart space and pause. And you can close your eyes in Tadasana or just gaze down the tip of your nose, softening whatever it is that you're looking at, and just come back to your breath. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. As you pause in the sturdiness of this pose, Tadasana, you're fully grounded through both feet, just strong like a mountain. Place one hand back on your heart, one hand on your belly if that feels nurturing to you or helps you to truly reconnect with your inhales and your exhales. Pause and allow the sensations of your body to just register with your brain. Maybe soften your face. Take one more breath in and one more breath out. With your next breath, sweep the hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, walk your feet back out to plank. Pause here, just shift your hips up nice and high, downward facing dog. It's not a requirement to go through that vinyasa flow every time. So listen to your body and just go back to down dog if you need to, or maybe drop down into a child's pose. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then inhale that left leg straight out behind you. Exhale, bring the foot forward, planted by your thumb. Take a full inhale as you rise strong for crescent on this side. Pause and breathe, and then open up with a twist, taking the right hand forward and the left hand back. Take another full breath in, bringing both arms up to frame the head. And on your exhale, swivel that back foot down, open up into warrior two on the left. So your left knee is stacked right over the ankle. You've moved your feet so they're in one strong line. This is a great big hip opener. Keep that right hand behind you just as level as the left arm. And then open up that left hand. Sweep it up, reach back, stretching out the left ribs. Stay bent in the left knee. Take a full breath in. Come on back to your warrior two. Straighten the left leg, turn the toes so they're both pointed in the same direction. Again, a wide-legged pose. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then let's come back into goddess. So again, you point your knees out. Bend the knees down, out over the toes. Bring the arms up. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Keep drawing the knees open. They're going out over the toes. You don't have to go super low. You'll feel it. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Straighten the legs, lift the arms up. Take a full breath in. Drop the elbows, lower. Knees go out over the toes. Take a full breath in, reach up. Exhale, drop the elbows, open up the knees, goddess pose one more time. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Come back to stand. Rebend the right knee as you turn turn that foot back open. Coming back into your warrior two. And then flip that left hand, sweep up one more time. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame the foot. Come to the right toes and bring that foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Big breath in again as you sweep up. Bring your hands to your heart space and pause. Beautiful. How are we doing? We've just got maybe one more pose I want to do on each side from standing, and then we're going to get into the restorative. So, from your standing Tadasana position, inhale, lift that right knee up in front of you. Keep that 90-degree angle in the knee as well as the ankle so your foot is flexed. Just like we did when we were on our backs when we started, cross that right ankle over the left leg, the left knee, and start to bend that left leg to take your hips back like you would in chair. We're going to come into this standing four, this standing pigeon, just to continue the work we started with the hip, just another little bit of an opener. Now, if your balance is off, you can certainly go to the wall and put your hand on the wall. It'll give you more stability in this standing pose, but you'll also be able to feel that hip opener really well. Keep your breath moving. Try not to round over. You're still drawing your shoulders back, finding a lift through the crown of your head. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then let that right foot come down. Stand back up, reaching the hands high. Bring your hands back into your heart space and pause. One more side. You can turn around and put your right hand on the wall if you want. Inhale, the left knee up in front of you. Again, keeping those 90-degree angles in your knee and your ankle. Foot stays flexed. Cross that ankle over the right leg. Start to bend the knee so you can sit your hips back. Allowing yourself to move into the hip opener on this side. Going as deeply as you can or as you want. Again, breathing so you can pay attention to what you're feeling. One more breath in. One more breath out. Beautiful. Take a full breath in as you straighten the right leg. Let the left foot come down to meet the right. Big breath in as you reach up. Hands back to your heart space. Well done. All right, it's time to get into some restorative. So take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Get your props and let's get set up, okay? So here we go. Roll out your mat if you were just waiting for this part of the class, or maybe it's already rolled out. Find your bolster. Take your blocks. Set one up on the medium height. Set one up on a tall height. If you don't have blocks, take a nice firm couch cushion. Lean it right back against the couch or a chair. You want it at an angle, okay? So we're going to set that up. And then if you have a couple of blankets or bath towels, take them from Tadasana, roll them up from the short side so you have a nice little round roll. Okay, we're going to put these under our knees. So one goes there. And one goes on the other side. And yeah, there's a little bit of setup involved with these restorative poses, but once you get into it and where you're able to just let go for that 10 or 15 minutes, it's definitely well worth it. Okay, so take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then I want you to sit as close to that bolster or couch cushion as you can. Your hips butt right up against it. And you start to lay back. Oh, I should also say if you have an eye pillow or a washcloth, that would be great because I would like you to put it over your eyes. Darkening the room helps the body let go. So the rolled blankets go right underneath the knees. The soles of your feet come together. This is also a hip opener, but it's supported so there's no extra tension on the inner thigh muscles weighing you down. You're supported so there's no muscle engagement. And then if you have another blanket or a soft small pillow to put under the back of your head, do that, because what I don't want is this. You don't want your neck really open. Your head is tipped too far back. So you can grab another blanket, making yourself a little head pillow. Put that right up there. And then when you lay back, you can squish the blanket in, rolling the corners in to support your head a little bit better. Yeah. So now this is more closed. Dropping your chin helps facilitate the relaxation piece of these poses. And then you can rest your hands on your rolled blankets. You want your elbows a little bit lower than your wrists, or just let them rest on your legs. Cover up your eyes. We're going to be here for about 10 minutes, maybe 12. I'll ring the bells when it's time to come out. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And just let go. bring your hands to the outsides of your knees and close them up like a book. Pause here for a round of breath. And then you can roll to your right side and come up to a seat. The next pose we're going to do is legs up the wall. And I want you to know that anything that we've done today can be done outside. Just be sure you take a blanket so you have something soft to lay on, and that you have a covering for your eyes. And it's beautiful to just be outside in the nice warm weather, maybe under a tree, because this next pose is perfect for a tree as a prop. We're going to put our legs up. So legs up the wall, or legs up a tree, or legs up the back of your couch. Find a wall. If you don't have a wall, use a piece of furniture. And you're going to take that bolster and or, if you don't have one, a couch cushion, again, leaning it up against the wall. And your legs are not going to be exactly vertical to that. There's going to be a slight angle, but you're going to come lay down in front of the wall where your cushion is, and your legs are going to go up. Socks are great here, so your feet don't get cold, or you can put a blanket right over the top of your feet. If you happen to have a bathrobe, tie, or a belt, you could put that around the bolster or the cushion, strapping your legs in so you don't have to worry about them falling over. It's just an added support, but it's not mandatory. Okay, not too tight. And then again, taking your eye cover, place something soft over your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. Your arms can be open, or they can just be down by your sides. Be comfortable. Look for the relaxation. Look for the ease in the pose. Okay? And again, even though your head's on this pillow, be sure your neck isn't too open. It's nice sometimes to just take your hands to the back of your head, give it a little bit of a shift, tipping your chin down. We'll be here for about 5 minutes, not too long, but you can certainly stay in this pose up to 20 minutes. We're just reversing gravity and giving ourselves a chance to settle in and shift our perspective. Okay? Big breath in, big breath out. I'll ring the chimes when it's time to come out. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then carefully bending one knee at a time. If you happen to have had a belt or a bathrobe strapping your legs up, just wiggle your feet down underneath that, drawing your knees back into your chest. And again, wrapping your arms around your knees for a nice little hug. Allow yourself to roll over to the right and pause there. And then push yourself back up to a seat. So the beauty of restorative yoga is it gives us the opportunity to let our bodies find some deep rest and relaxation. And I know it may feel like we've been doing nothing for the last few months, all these weeks of being quarantined, but the nice weather's coming and I'm sure more people are venturing outside. So take your time with all of that because it's still going to be a jolt to your nervous system. I know it's creating anxiety for people wondering what happens next. How do we get back together and how do we get back into some type of connection with other people, continuing to social distance and all that jazz. So be kind to yourself and pay attention when you feel your heart racing. If it's creating any anxiety for you, I really encourage you to come back to these restorative poses. You can do them anytime. Really, it's just so good for you. So this last pose, Shavasana, our basic relaxation pose, we're going to keep it really simple. We're going to lie flat on our backs, on our blankets or our mats. And I want you just to take a blanket or a bath towel, the kind that we rolled up, but instead of just having one rolled blanket, I want you to take another blanket over the outside of that, or a second bath towel, and we're going to roll that right up around it again. So you just have a really nice sized round bolster for underneath your knees. That's it. An eye covering is a must. And if you have a really nice soft blanket to cover your entire body from your neck down to your toes, do it. Your hands are going to be open away from your side bodies. You're going to bend your knees right over this beautiful small bolster that we've made. And we're just going to lie back. So this is the best pose of all. Get comfortable. I'll set the timer, but I'll be right here waiting and watching along with you. I'll ring the bells when it's time to come out. And remember, this pose is so you can let go and relax. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Eyes covered. You good? Awesome. Relax into your Shavasana and I will ring the bells when it's time to come out. Please deepen your breath. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly, like the way we started class. And as you take your next full inhale, feel your hands lift and rise with your body. And as you exhale, let that weight from your hands be a nurturing sensation, a grounding feeling. Know that you're okay. And you're doing a really good job of taking care of your central nervous system by coming to meet with me every Friday to do some restorative yoga. The light and truth in me sees that in each of you. So grateful for your love of restorative yoga as well as all yoga. It's a good thing. Together we say, Namaste.